Greenhorn, right? You know I had to crap Miss Greenhorn, right? Because I don't like her, but I'm going to stick up for Julia.
And because she did not get the attention she thought she deserved, she decided to lie. And not just lie, but get caught lying.
No.
Because she's telling these people, she's been speaking to these people, and based upon all of these clips and all of these receipts, she's been begging to speak to these people, and nobody would call her back.
Let me no.
Or get lost in. They're all criminal minded.
Sorry. What in the hell is Betty? Betty, get your ass back up here. You don't know.
Community. If you've got to go real life, how would you like it done to you? Because let's face it, we got a lot of bruises around children's neck coming from Queen Bee, aka Rebecca.
Not true.
You know, her home.
Not true.
It's her child, or it was her. Either way, there's abuse across all these hate channels.
No,
never mind the drugs. Never mind that half of these people have had their own children taken away while sitting up here screaming for somebody else's child.
I don't have any children. Not because I don't want
no. I don't want to hear no more victimhood from these hate channels. You know what I say? The gloves are off. Do it right back to them. Until law enforcement is sick and tired of this nonsense going on and starts arresting people for doing it. We all know, like, public records, Knox County, you can at least find one abuser. Just saying. Allegedly, and in my opinion. Because we know where they're coming from. We know who's doing it.
No, you don't.
It's the abusers on these platforms. The people that like to abuse other people. The criminals. The felons.
Like you? Like you? Because they all know.
I digress.
No. I don't. I'm going to let you ask right now, right on this topic. Miss Ma'am. Miss Ma'am. Come on, young. Get off my butt. Talking to my cat. Get off my butt. That's not good, Nick. Come on. Thank you. Sorry, my cat was on my ass. Ah! On my ass. You wanna get on my back? Oh, no. No, stop. Man. Sorry, he's messing everything up. Nick! Come on, Nick! Come! Nick! Okay, he's gonna be at my hip. Okay.
It is not
So let's get oh, I was going to. You're not the one. You're not the one to get Bennett. You have no reason to get revenge on people, Miss Ma'am. You have no reason. Hi, Marina. You have no reason to get revenge. Cutting and Chris are not suspects. And who the fuck are you? You're just some asshole that causes problems in big cases. You're not just beloved journalism. Nobody cares about you fucking ass. Let's go.
You guys go. Again, most of that was also taken away from him by Chris Proudfoot.
No, it wasn't.
Now, we're going to go back in time a little bit. We have a lot of different times.
Yeah, she's gonna make up some shit.
For this case is starting from Thursday, February 22nd to where we are today. Now, we know that prior to February 22nd, there were 5 different CPS reports involving this child since they
Three
moved into his
CPS
house in
reports.
2021.
Don't lie, buddy.
I think they moved in 2022.
You get educated.
It was short, yeah, September 2022.
Unless I'm 5
because
and
by
let's
October
flow.
2022, they were trying to rehome Sebastian.
Okay.
It has been a downward
Okay, you might call him a pocket. I'll just offensive. You do not speak for Katie or Chris. You will never speak for them. Okay? But you called Sebastian a package, defective. You said Katie. No, you don't know how Katie thinks, baby boo. And, she got upset today because Simon and Connie is a bit for tissue. You better stop talking on the police up there.
Ever since, because they never had, at least to everybody that we know, they never had any type of CPS activity at the Remington property. Everything happened when they moved into the big, expensive house.
And
So
Sebastian's not a dog, okay? You're not trying to get help. I'm sorry, I totally lost. Oh. Okay? Sebastian is not a dog, so you're not trying to rehome them. You're not trying to get help, you fucking stupid bitch.
Financial stuff. We all know that finances is one of the biggest players in divorces across this country and in people's lives.
Katie and Chris not getting out of divorce.
If you can't even pay the light bill, you're going to have some marital problems. So it makes me wonder what was the cause of these problems where Sebastian needed to be rehomed. And I'm going to call it rehomed because that's the way they treated him, like a flipping dog.
No, they did. Stop.
And I'm not going to take my stance back on that. February 22nd, 2024, we learned that was the last time Seth Rogers spoke to his son. So prior to February 22nd was his father's weekend with him. That weekend was, I believe, the 17th. Oops, I think I asked somebody to send me something. Okay, got it. So the weekend of the 17th was Seth's weekend. We also learned that Chris and Katie were married on
why God? That does not help Sebastian. That does not help.
Type of anniversary together or celebrated their anniversary at all. But either way, I digress. On February 22nd is the last time Seth had spoken to his son. So the weekend before, he had him. His son, he dropped his son off on that Sunday. His son went to school Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. He spoke to him on Thursday. And after Thursday, he didn't speak to him Friday, Saturday, or Sunday because it was his mother's weekend. And then by Monday, he was reported missing. So February 22nd is the last time Seth Rogers ever heard from his son again. On Saturday, February 23rd was the last day of the school week at school. So Sebastian went to school on February 23rd. We received reports from people he was going to school with that his behavior was off on the 23rd. We don't know what caused his behavior to be off, but his behavior was off. He wasn't the happy-go-lucky kid. He was more reserved, according to
how much he know, buddy?
Some people that went to school with him.
Some people who, buddy?
2024 was a Saturday, and his mother and him allegedly went to Costco's. Now, this is a wholesale type of food. If you know what Sam's Club is in Beach, no clue. But I do believe they did get something that needed to go through processing from that landfill. Surveillance video showed a figure walking the neighborhood around 12:17 a.m. on February 26, but authorities later stated there was no relevance to that case. The FBI offered up to $50,000 reward on the 6-month anniversary. We were standing out protesting.
Don't listen because of you.
When the FBI stood up and got $50,000 reward. Very thankful and appreciative of that. Sebastian's disappearance deeply affected his community, deeply affects the true crime community, and is deeply affecting his father. His mother, Katie, expresses...
No, ma'am, no. It's also affecting Chris, also affecting his mother. Don't forget that. Let's not...
Lingering hope and love for her son, but fails to do anything about it. And as a matter of fact, her husband...
They put up Britbos, Jojo.
And put a group of felons together to actually thwart any search efforts from anybody.
I'm on my paycheck. I'll get that money all the time. No.
I don't trust those. Okay, I trust my own work. And right now,
you work set
department making sure that people can't move free.
No, you fucking broke the law. So don't sit there and say, I didn't do anything wrong, because Brady Bullhorn, aka Anna Gifton, you are a menace that needs to be stopped. Your knowledge, you're not in law enforcement. You're not in law enforcement. You'll never, ever be in a law enforcement. No, the law, yes. The law enforcement had to know. No.
Like they own us, like they are the CCP.
No.
So communist Sumner County.
You broke the law. No, you pointed out. You want to suck harass Katie and Chris Profit. Own that, babe. Own that. Stop being just regular butthurt. No, stop being a weak ass college that you are. You know what I mean? Coward. Because you might take, you did a crime, you did a crime in doing the time. And I hope to God that people see right straight from your bruised mouth that you have not learned a fucking lesson. You have not done anything to repent. You have not stopped. And girlfriend, when you get the book at you, don't be the lick her ass. I didn't do nothing because he did. Own that shit, babe. Own that. You got your beard type. You fucking moron.
Is literally thwarting private search efforts for a missing child.
No, you haven't.
While arresting the people out there searching to intimidate other people from searching.
No, that's you.
Let's call it what it is, Sumner County Sheriff's Department. Mr. Snubble Struggle.
Oh.
Let's call it exactly what it is. You think you can intimidate people in this country?
Just you. You are intimidated.
How's it worked out for you guys so far? His father, Seth Rogers.
She thinks she knows it, Ellen. She doesn't.
Stupid mouse. I'm really getting pissed with it.
Boy, you can control your anger
Seth
killing
Rogers
you.
also remains the only person active in the search efforts.
Wrong again.
Volunteer efforts and working with private investigators. The only parent.
No,
the other parents are military trained. The mom is an MMA fighter, but can't seem to coordinate one search without a bunch of felons.
I'm not fun, but I haven't searched. You can sit there and just, you haven't gone out there and searched in the woods. Okay, the woods are different from the house. I'm not letting you. And Katie and Steph has, SF, I'm sorry. I forgot your name. So they are looking at the police, like SF, but they are not looking at media. Do you hear me, buddy? You fucking fat face.
Or substances out there in the woods going up their nostrils. As of April 2025,
like Eli, he better used to be a drug addict.
investigate all leads, and I call that.
This
Because
is
Sumner
very
County has
having a
not
mental
done
because she
shit.
did wrong.
And if you believe they have, by all means, produce the receipts. I worked very hard to try to find those receipts that I can't find. They're sitting on their ass. They haven't done any other
Have you? No.
independent searches. They should have plenty of data. They effed up this case royally. They know
No,
it.
you
I know
did
it. And
no.
they can't shut it up.
Betty, you're
They're trying.
wrong. Betty, Bruhan.
They're trying.
Bruhan, Betty.
guarantee you, if
Shut
I go to
your
jail,
mouth.
I'll still be screaming out there that Sumner County Sheriff's Department,
But you
their
don't have
credit and his
you
team
to.
screwed this case up royally,
You can't
and they're
prove
trying to
anything.
hide the information.
No, you can't prove
Meanwhile,
anything.
being the authoritarian arm of Chris and Katie Proudfoot to intimidate anybody out there searching for their kid.
No.
Did you forget that there's another parent? His name's Seth Rogers, and he actually cares about his son and actually wants to find his son.
You cannot sit there and say Katie and Chris don't want to find their son. How fucking dare you? You're you're sacrificed now. I mean, Jesus. I'm not go get help and trying to be honest. But you're not honest, you're just a fucking liar.
I feel so sorry for Seth that this happens in Sumner County, where a sheriff thinks that rape is such a strong word. He prefers snuggle struggle. That makes me sick as a rape victim myself.
Not a rape victim, sir.
So the community has gone through hell. The true crime community has gone through hell. Seth Rogers has gone through hell. And the only reason why mom and stepdad have gone through hell is because, in my opinion, they created this entire mess to begin with.
How? How?
They would have just kept their hands off Sebastian Wade.
You can sit there and make up so much sense, Betty. Look at your shit. What have you done? You create problems when there's no problems. You buy people. You don't bring people together. You've been bought and paid for the devil himself. So don't ever sit there and say that. Indeed, do not abuse. So that Seth, go down that route. Seth has just as many CPS people as Chris. Drake
Rogers, we probably wouldn't be here right now.
He didn't do anything. You can't prove that clearly,
But they were too busy abusing that child into normalcy than they
no.
were taking care of him.
Stop it. Stop. No. You liar. Liar!
Speculations and online theories. I have to say, for the majority of us, we're spot on.
No, not you. No, nuh-uh.
And I'm sick and tired of law enforcement saying that we're not allowed to have an opinion or we go to jail in America.
That's you, not us. Not my team.
I'm a Florida resident, not a Tennessee resident. And I'm going to tell Sumner County, just like I told my attorneys, I will go anywhere I damn well please. You're more than welcome to arrest me, but there's consequences to every action.
Yeah, your actions. You don't want
to find this child. And since Sumner County wants to be benched, then it's time to bench him. And it's time for us to stand up and get out there and start searching for this boy, because he doesn't have help with the Sumner County Sheriff's Department.
He does.
They've had opportunities.
You don't need...
They could have searched this for this child.
They did! Oh my God, are you that dense in the head? You need to fucking bow out. Bow out, because you're not happy in this case. You're not happy in your case, baby. You can go to a grand jury in that case. And that's how you're gonna act? No, honey. No. No, you're gonna take responsibility for your bad behavior. Everybody tells you. There's no public positivity lying. Except on the street. But you did. You got caught. So don't sit there and fucking lie. You lying sack of shit. You're not lying, kidding, Chris. Why? You have no proof that they did it, you dumb fucking hole. So sick of you running your mouth and defaming these poor people. No, babe, take accountability right now. Take a knee, take a L. Because that's what you have to do. You can't do whatever the fucking want. Hurt whatever the people that you have hurt. Do you know you have personalized victims in cases? Yeah, you.
Could have done everything right at the very beginning. Probably would have had more productive efforts in locating Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
You don't want a
But now
dumb
there's too much
person.
time, and we believe he's underground. Literally. Literally.
Go accept money
So
he
people
is.
are screaming for the poll. Let's get over here. Let's do the poll. Let's do the poll.
You fucking actually needs to change. Alright, blah blah blah.
Ooh. It's a pretty interesting poll. It's a pretty interesting poll. Let me pause this over here.
You should be in my team out.
It says we had about 500 votes. Out of those 500 votes,
yeah, you don't have any yes person, right?
About a third, and it's cold. Rest coming soon, and because Mr. Struggle Snuggles doesn't care, so it was about a third between those three, and the lowest one on the poll was they are lazy. Well, at least Sumner County. I mean, we should give you applause for that.
But he's upset because she has to answer for her bad behavior.
That should be an accomplishment, right?
But
nobody, 8% of the Bullhorn Betty channel thinks they're just lazy.
You channel doesn't miss shit.
You're just bad at your job. Just bad at your job.
Yeah, but no, you're not get to do. You're so bad, so right off base. It's not even funny. Okay, well, it's funny to me because I just so yes every fucking day. You can be running off at the mouth, and you're going to grand jury next fucking Monday. It's disgusting. Like you said about creepy, it's not true. So I'm gonna be back at 6 or 6:30 so we can talk about this later. And talk to you later. Bye. Be safe, have fun. Bye.